Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to UNF your life in your 20s. So, I hit rock bottom in my 20s due to depression. I was like sick in my head for like a year, just due to the stuff that I found out about my parents. Like I lost my job, cars broke down. um I was just going through it for a while, and you gotta just realize you gotta just have a strong mindset no matter what you're going through. Half the stuff that I learned about my parents just caused a lot of pain and hurt, and just caused me to fall to a low vibration. And it's like, if your own parents are putting so much negativity into the air and it just causes you pain and hurt, you gotta just distance yourself away from them. Like sometimes half the stuff that I learned about my mom just is so shocking, and the same thing with my dad. And it's like I had to just get over all that pain and hurt and just realize the universe, was watching over me, because my parents, kind of both pushed me to the side and married other people, and I was like that bastard kid that just had to get over a lot of pain and hurt. And if you're a bastard kid like myself, just get over that pain and hurt, because that shit really will affect your life and just cause your life to just spiral out of control. And you gotta get back on your feet. What I did was, I got any job that I can get. My own mom would put me down for working like at restaurants or fast food places, but turn around and tell like my dad she would have to support my two younger sisters and push me off to the side. Then turns around and needs me financially, and it's like that shit be irritating me. And if you're like a karmic mom, or just a mom who is only just trying to take from you, just ignore her. Like, cut her off. Like sometimes I just don't even want to talk to my mom when I find out half the stuff that she did or just says it. Like it just irritates me. Like sometimes I'm just so surprised. And both my parents had to label me a liar, and I had to go to the mental hospital and all this shit before they exposed all this to me, because they know they both did me wrong and dirty, so they gotta expose me as a certain type of person. But I just got over people's judgment and stopped caring about what people thought of me, because they weren't mentally emotionally abused. They weren't a bastard child. They didn't go through half the stuff that I went through. So you gotta stop caring about people's judgment, because they don't know what you've been through. They don't know the state of mind that you are in. Like neither of my parents cared about me. Honestly, if they even just mistreated me the way they did, because I would never ever do that to my kid. Like if you have parents who weren't even married and they didn't even like each other, you just gotta get over that pain and hurt and just realize it's not your fault. You're just born. I was just born, and I just had to get over certain shit about my parents, and never fall back into a low vibration again. Like I had to kind of work at places that I didn't even want to work, because I kept getting fired due to mental illness, depression, all of that. And I had to get over that embarrassment and just focus on my dreams and goals. And becoming a professional scam rapper is one of them. I'm already a professional trader. I started doing things that I can't get fired from, because I don't have an employee mindset, and places are so quick to fire you. And I kind of never had a career. I just kind of worked dead end jobs. And sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do to survive, and level up your life. And honestly, you don't even need to make much money hourly to glow up. Like I saw Chanel Richie only making $12 an hour. Now she makes so much money every single month. So you don't even need a high paying job to become successful. So if you're a trader, on your journey, just be happy that you have a job, and, start posting content. That's how you F your 20s. Get over that pain and hurt is step one. Start creating content. YouTube can change your life. YouTube isn't going anywhere. All you gotta do is just start posting content. So that's, step two to on effing your life. Have multiple sources of income. Don't rely on one source of income. You gotta get into the right mindset if you want to un-F your life in your 20s. Stay away from the partying, the drugs. Like, weed got me. Weed is such an addictive drug, and I use weed as a coping mechanism to get over the pain and hurt that my parents caused me. Like, I wouldn't have, like, half the problems I have if I, didn't have the type of parents that I had. And, I just had to stop caring about people's judgment. Like, people are so quick to call me a liar and all of that. But I wouldn't be the type of person I am if I didn't have the type of parents, I have. And, I just had to just stop caring about people's judgment. And, that's just the universe clapping back on my parents, and they're just mad because the universe is clapping back on them because of all the negativity and just bad shit, they did. And it's just like, you gotta, like, not just like bad shit that they said or did. And it's like, they're so quick to jump on me. Oh, I'm not, even my own mom, oh, me not tell no lie, but she like has just bad morals, and she wonders why she's struggling. And it's like the universe is like lifting me up. It's like, I would not be the type of person I am if I just didn't go through the things that I went through. Like, if I didn't have a karmic mother or toxic stepmom, or just parents that just didn't love each other and weren't married, and just caused me like a lot of mental pain and hurt. And it's just like, damn, I would never mistreat my kid like that, or just put any type of negativity into the universe regarding my child. So I just had to like get over certain shit, realize my own mom didn't really care about me because she went to work anyway. When I found out she worked, and like, I guess my stepdad stayed home, and now I see like why my dad kind of just kept my biological mom, my half sisters, and my step dad out my life, because they weren't adding to my life and they were taking my stuff. And it's just like, why have more kids if you can't even support the kid that you already have? So like, my mom had more kids, and it's like she started to struggle, and that's her own fault. And was putting me down and wasn't helping financially support me, and put me down for working at the places that I had to work at to financially support myself, because my dad was on his own with me, and he just kind of just was kind of struggling financially at one point in his life because he wasn't working either. And it's just like, I had to level up and start working and making money. Like, I didn't have parents that set me up. I didn't have savings. I never had a career, honestly, like a traditional career like a nurse or any of that. I just worked jobs, kept making money, kept making content. Every time I got fired, I just kept going. I just really had to do anything to un-F my life, because I kind of fell into a low vibration when I just learned about a lot of shit about my parents. Like, a lot of shit went wrong in my life. Like, my car broke down, I lost my job, like, I was just going through it. Like, my hair was, I lost my hair, for real. The crown of my hair like disappeared because of all the mental stress that I was going through. Like, mental health, your mental health is everything. So no matter what you're going through, you gotta just get over the pain and hurt, seriously, and not let it affect your life. And I, let that shit affect my life. Like, I was sick in my head for like a year. And I just had to just heal myself and realize, my parents just obviously didn't care about how I would feel in my 20s. The universe really had to just clap back on them for them to start caring about, my mental health. Like, I just, stopped caring about people and their opinions. People can call me a liar and whatever, they want to say about me. Like, my parents had to bring me to the mental hospital, label me a liar and all that before they told me, half the shit that they did, because they know they did me wrong. You know what I mean? It just shows like how shitty their morals are. And, I just had to realize that's, the universe just watching over me, because neither of my parents really were watching over me. And, I just had to just stop caring about people's judgment and their opinions, because they can't relate to my pain, my hurt. They haven't gone through the things that I went through. So I just stopped caring about people. So to unfuck your life in your 20s, get over pain and hurt. Start posting content. Quit drugs. Skip the weed. Skip partying. Focus on going to work, making money, and just bossing up in life. If you get fired, get another job. It doesn't matter, what job that you're working, as long as you're making money. It's hard to find a job in 2024, 2025. A lot of people who have degrees can't even find, the job that they want to have. And, I don't have a degree, so I kind of had to just keep settling for jobs that, I didn't really want to work at. And, working a job alongside your trading journey will just kind of eliminate a lot of stress on your journey. You will eventually go full time. Just keep posting. When I just fell into low vibration, it just was an eye awakener for me. It just made me want to boss up and level up. Like, I, quit weed. You gotta just throw out all the shit that, you used to smoke if you really want to quit smoking. Throw out, the bongs, the lighters, the J's, backwoods, whatever it is. If you want to unfuck your life in your 20s, quit drugs. It doesn't have to be weed, but that's the drug that I was kind of addicted to. And I used to just love the feeling of being high, because it just, I don't know, made my day better. So if you're a trader who smokes a lot of weed, having a sober mind will make your trading even better. And I just feel like weed was like holding me back. And I just feel like I wouldn't have even developed a weed addiction if I just wasn't feeling so much pain on the inside. And I just had to get over a lot of pain and hurt and stop using weed as a coping mechanism. So quitting drugs in your 20s will help you un-F your life. I just really had to develop the right mindset, and just stop caring about people and their judgments, because at the end of the day, people don't care about you until some bad event happens. People want to see you struggle. Like, I know people were happy when I was just depressed and down, and I just stopped messing with people like that. I stopped caring about people who, were giving me advice that was, really sabotaging me on my journey. I distanced myself from them. I, stopped hanging around insecure people. People stayed trying to, project their insecurities on me, kill my confidence. Cut those people out. Distance yourself from people, from guys, from my own family. Like, people will see that you're going somewhere in life and try to, like, bring you down. Stay away from people like that, even if it's family. Like, I just learned to distance myself. I don't care about people's opinion, judgment. People want to just always say shit to bring you down. And it's because, you know, they're insecure in themselves. And, you know, you just gotta realize, you know, insecure people hurt people, hurt people, hurt people. And I just, you know, told those people F no, and just kind of, you know, stood in my position of power and just stopped, you know, caring about their opinions. No reaction is better than a reaction. Like, I used to get hot-headed and mad, but, you know, people want to see that reaction. So not reacting is one of the best reactions you can actually have. So if you want to unf your life in your 20s, start posting content. Stay away from drugs, quit drugs, don't party, start trading. And you just gotta have that 1% mindset. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe.